afternoon. So we are Group 9. We discuss United States Army, Real World Case 5-2. So next po. So before we proceed to the case study to United States, let's have short overview or background about the United States Army. United States Army, founded in June 14, 1775, it is considered as the oldest and most senior branch of the U.S. military in order of precedence. So the United States Army is the land service branch of the United States Armed Forces. It is one of the 8 U.S. uniformed services and is designated as the Army of the United States in the U.S. Constitution. The U.S. Army is uniforms services of the United States, and it is part of the Department of the Army, which is one of the 3 military departments of the Department of the Defense. So, as you can see, the first pictures shows the military service mark of the United States. It represents the Army's ideal of loyalty, vigilance, perseverance, truth, courage, zeal, fortitude, remembrance, determination, constancy, achievement, dignity, and honor. The second one is the U.S. Army Star logo, means courage, strength, and freedom. So next. Next is goal and mission of U.S. Army. So goal is the Army's ability to see, anticipate, and respond to the rapidly changing operational environment is possible through the management of information and knowledge from a one army and one enterprise perspective. So ang goal daw nila is meron silang capability na mag-employ, deploy, at mag-sustain sa pagtugon ng isang combat capability that can be realized through knowledge, superiority, provided by systems that provide a common view of the environment. So ang mission naman is preserving the peace and security and providing for the defense of the United States, the Commonwealths and possessions, and any areas occupied by the United States. Dito is yung pagbibigay ng sapat na seguridad nila at kapayapaan para sa kanilang mga nasasakupan. Next is supporting the national policies. Ito naman yung pagsusupport nila dun sa national policies. Next is implementing the national objectives. Pagpapatupad ng kanilang layunin na tumulong. Then, last ay overcoming any nation responsible for aggressive acts that imperil the peace and security of the United States. Dito naman is yung mapagtagumpayan ang responsibilidad na magkaroon ng kapayapaan at seguridad. Next is business mission and operational capabilities designated by the BMMP are first is acquisition. It includes all important things need to acquire to meet the objectives of the business. Second is financial management. Financial management, they are responsible for the management of financial operation and for providing advice on the effective use and responsible for the purchasing and acquiring supplies to sustain operation. Third is human resource management, to help the project to be success and having a skills, ability, and knowledge to provide in the management. The fourth one is installation and environment. Installation and environment are the platforms from which we build Army culture, care for the people, and project and sustain forces. Last is logistic. The processes, resources, and systems involved in generating, transporting, sustaining, and deploying or relocating material and personnel. Next is the operational army will be presented in the 3 missions. First is warfighting mission area. Second, intelligence. Third is Enterprise Information Environment Mission Area. Each of these business mission capabilities and mission areas must work together to eliminate boundaries, to synchronize transformation between the institutional and operational Army. They will identify opportunities to optimize the Army at the enterprise level. The Army must transform from end to end, one Army, one enterprise, and so on. So next slide.
Next is highlights of case study. First, the Army has recognized that an ERP implementation is high risk and high reward. With that in mind, they have developed standards and guidelines for any ERP implementation they undertake. The common argument for customizing ERP software is that it is not possible to run the Army using commercial processes because Army processes are too dissimilar and vary due to specific mission or organizational objectives. Last is there are two potential methods for customizing ERP software, but only one method should ever be used. The method that should be prohibited by project leadership is modification of delivered software code from the vendor. The accepted method is the creation of a new code base, also called an extension, which is derived from a clone of a delivered software routine. So, yun po yung highlights ng case study namin. Next slides po.
Next is the key to success in ERP implementation of United States Army. Hello, rinig ba ako? Hello?
Rinig, Beren. Rinig.
Sige. Baka kasi hindi rinig. Next. Key to success in ERP implementation of United States Army. Change management, the governance, and performance measurement. Una is yung change management. The primary cause of failure is most frequently the failure to anticipate and effectively manage cultural and organization change. The management consideration includes sponsorship, stakeholder alignment, cost, project life cycle, and culture. Ang meaning daw nung ang ibig sabihin daw nun is ang change management is isang systematic approach na kasama sa paglipat at pagbabago ng mga goals or sa isang organization like core values or pag-process o di kaya technology. Matagumpay daw na nagpapatupad ang pamamaraan para sa effective na pagbabago at pagtulong sa mga tao at tanggapin ang mga pagbabago. Katulad ng sa sponsorship na matagal na pamumuno. Tapos next is yung stakeholder na alignment, the project life cycle, the cost, and the culture. Ang next is yung governance. Governance of any major change in organization is critical to the success of change effort, but governance of ERP programs is even more critical because of the size and scope of the programs. Governance means pamamahala. Sinasabi dito na ang governance kasi sa isang organization ay critical na. Unlike naman sa ERP ng ERP system kasi mas critical na kasi siya kasi system na to. Kumbaga, ang ERP kasi ay malawak at malaki ang program. Kung ang governance ay critical nga, unlike sa ERP kasi mas malawak ang scope nito, kumbaga sa pag-govern ng organization, nare-reallocate agad yung work na ganito ganyan, unlike sa ERP ng isang army, mahirap kasi mas malawak nga yung kanilang program. Next is the performance measurement. Nandito na naman yung meaning. So, performance measurement of ERP generally includes two components. First is the traditional It measures the cost, performance, and schedule can be used. And second is the operational or business result. This measure the effectiveness, efficiency, and customer satisfaction. Next po. Next is the customization configuration. The decision to modify ERP software is traditionally made to avoid painful and necessary business process change and should be strongly questioned by senior leadership. The benefits of ERP software, including the ability to take advantage of vendor updates to functionality, are negated by customization. Ano daw to, in implementing ERP in United States Army, they need to choose if what is effective and efficient between customization and configuration. Ang problemang maaari daw makatagpo nila ay ang pagpapasadya ng paggastos. Tama ba? Ayan. And the customization is costly and it's not possible to run the army using commercial process because army processes are too dissimilar and vary due to specific mission or organization objectives. While in the configuration of ERP software, um, it is an entry of customer-specific data into the tables delivered in ERP software. Ang isang mas komplikado kasing pagsasaayos ay maaring nagkakahalaga ng higit pa sa mga tuntunin ng pagsasanay na gumagamit sa bilis ng pagproseso at pag-access ng data. Ang mga komplikadong pagsayos ay maaring mas mahusay na suportahan ang kasalukuyan o pamana ng mga proseso ng negosyo. Next is the interfaces and integration of existing or third-party system. When planning ERP implementation are the cost and time associated with developing interfaces and integration with existing system, build interface between the ERP system and existing system that will not be retired immediately. Not all system will be retired by implementing an ERP. Pag-unawa ko lang dito is hindi daw lahat ng mga sistema ng ng magre-retiro sa pamagitan daw ng pagpatupad ng isang ERP. Mahalaga daw na pagsasama ng system para sa komunikasyon. Next po. Our case question is, what were the key goals in the Army using an ERP system? Our answer is the Army goals in using an ERP system were to give the Army the ability to respond to rapidly changing operational environments by seeing and anticipating. In addition, the ERP system allowed for a transformation of the Army's business system, processes, and practices that will streamline the reallocation of resources. The ERP system created a synchronization between the operational army and institutional army. Meaning po, binibigyan daw ng kakayahan ang mga army na, ano ba English? Tumugon sa mabilis na sa pagbabago ng mga kapaligiran. Parang halimbawa sa katulad ng COVID. Oo nga. Kasi parang meron kasing pandemic, nababago na yung unlike before na okay pa, ngayon kasi limited na lang. Sa ayun, okay na pala.
Next question po sa case question is, what were the key implementation consideration that we addressed as a part of planning process, especially related to using an integrated ERP and transforming the culture? The answer po namin po ay, there are several key implementation consideration addressed during the planning process. Those include sponsorship, or leadership, stakeholder alignment cost, overall cost, project life cycle, culture, and communication. Um, Sinasabi din po dito na ano po, yung one point that was given a lot of consideration was the fact that transformation in businesses are usually not successful po. And then the ARP had to address the culture which in the army is full of history and tradition. This means po, nakalagay na po diyan na can be resistant to change ang kung saan po alam naman po natin yung sa army po ng USA parang napakalawak po nila at saka napakadami at saka resistant na nga po. And then, in order to overcome the culture, the ARP called for a sponsor within the army. Therefore, the army members could be direct involved in the change. Due to the number of stakeholders, both internal and external communication was a key consideration as well. They developed a communication strategy to disseminate the information. And also po, sinabi na nga po diyan na yung communication po ang pinakang key kasi ito po ay parang nagiging in order to successful implementing the ERP system, effective communication is very important and this is why is a key implementation consideration. Next slide po. Number three, how was the change management process incorporated into the implementation? Answer po namin dun is the change management process was incorporated into the implementation by looking into the challenges the ARP faced like in sponsorship, cost culture and communication and identifying what would need to be done in order to overcome the challenges. Dito naman po, sinasabi po dito na ano po, the change man ano the change management process daw po is incorporated into the implementation of using a variety of strategies to overcome a various consideration. Sinabi na din po din yung sa problem po nung sa sponsor po because of excessive rotation was involved by engaging the official with the system for longer periods of time. And also, the strategy used to overcome stakeholder alignment was ensuring that the governance of the project is on enterprise level. And then next to the level of transformation management must be pointed out and justification must be made by the help of lesson learned in the past. Tsaka po, and in order to ensure the communication is effective, a communication strategy designed that includes plan methods of circulating program information. Next po. The fourth question po sa case question is discuss the pros and cons to customizing the system. Dito po nakalagay po sa ano po namin, meron pong anim po na pros and anim din pong cons. Ang una po ay highly reliability of service and quality product. And then extensive implementation experience, required internet connectivity guarantees access from any location, lower security concern because data is stored on secure database, ability of extensive modules and functionalities, and last is customization option available. Dito po sa process, syempre alam naman po natin na yung US Army po is parang napakalawak po na bansang sinasakupan nila. So, ibig sabihin, kada bansa po na, like dito sa Pilipinas, meron po silang parang headquarters po ba kung ganun. Kaya po yun po kailangan. Pero meron din naman po silang cons. Highly annual software maintenance cost, not user-friendly, steep learning curve, high data storage cost, not easily scalable, and then unrequired modules and features. Dito naman po, syempre nga po sa US, may mga ibang headquarters po sila sa ibang bansa. And then, sinasabi na po dito na yung parang annual software maintenance cost, parang mas napapamahal po sila kasi mag-ano parang iba po yung sa data connection ng and then sa data storage din po. Yun lang po.
That's all. Thank you. Thank you.